All right, guys. Thank you for letting me come in and teach you guys today. I'm so excited. I hope that the activity I have planned for you, our lesson, is fun and engaging and you learn something, okay? And speaking of learning something, you've already learned a little bit about geometry, right? Yeah. Okay, so what kind of things in geometry have you been talking about and learning with Miss Brown? What
3D shapes.
Say that one more time.
3D shapes.
3D shapes. What's a 3D shape?
Three-dimensional shape.
Three-dimensional shape. Can you give me an example of one of those types of shapes?
A cube.
A cube. Okay, is there something in this classroom that looks like a cube? What's something in this classroom that looks like a cube?
Right there.
What is it?
A picture frame.
A picture frame okay, tell me more about that.
I know. It has four sides and four corners.
Okay, so those picture frames that I see kind of look like maybe rectangles. Okay, so tell me, what do you think about a cube? The book looks like a cube. You know what I see? I see another rectangle. Okay, so let's think about it. Let's think about, what do you think? Oh, look, Sarah went straight to the manipulative. She said, I know where a cube is. All right, let me try to get this one out.
That one's stuck.
Is it stuck? Okay, so this would be a cube if we had a what on top of it? What does it need? Another face or a lid. Yes, another face. Good vocabulary word, guys. Okay, so this is a cube. This is one example of a three-dimensional figure. Thank you very much. All right, what else have you guys been learning about in geometry? Yes, sir. Noah? Is there somewhere in the room that we can use as a resource to talk about some of the things that you've been learning? I see something over here. What is this? Say it. Okay, different shapes. This is Miss Brown's anchor chart that you guys have been using, right? So it names lots of different shapes. You've got pentagons, trapezoids. Ooh, that's a big fancy word. Rectangle, triangle, circle, hexagon. All right. I know that you boys and girls have been working with pattern blocks, correct? Did you build a robot with pattern blocks? Awesome. Did everybody's robots look the exact same? Oh, so you were able to use different shapes to build those robots? Okay. Well, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a task that requires you to use your pattern blocks again. I love playing with pattern blocks. Do you love to play with pattern blocks? Tell you what we're going to do. How many of you love, playing with them is the most fun part, right? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get out a few pattern blocks, and I want you to just play. Can you do that? Just a small handful. Let you play. Because we're going to use them as a tool in a few minutes. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. A little handful, small handful. Here you go.
I barely have anything. Look at mine.
I barely have anything too.
It's okay.
Look at his.
It's okay.
We can have more than that.
Take this. We won't need that. All right. 10 more seconds.
Can we also use a back?
You're just playing right now. Okay? Just playing. Okay. Everybody, do me a favor. Hands up. Okay, have a seat. All right. Hands in your lap. Okay. Hands in your lap. You ready? Thank you, boys and girls. All right. For our task today, we're going to be building some shapes. Okay? Building some shapes, but here's the key part. This is the hard part. You ready? This is a challenge. You've got to build it with the least amount of shapes as possible. The least amount of shapes as possible. Put your hands in your lap for me. Thank you. All right. So, what?
Like a least.
Okay. What the fewest amount mean? What does that mean, Reeves?
The least you can have means that you try to use not as much as possible.
Okay, the least amount as possible. So we're going to try to use the fewest amount of blocks as we can, okay? So do we need to use a lot of blocks? No. We're trying to use a smaller number, a smaller amount, okay? So let's look at our first picture here. We're going to build this picture with the fewest possible blocks. So I want you to try at your desk. Now, here's the deal. You have some pattern blocks on your desk. You might have to share with neighbors, okay, because you just got some random pieces out. So let's try to build it with the fewest amount of blocks as possible. And see what you can do. Look on your table. All right. Will you look at what I started to do on the board? Look up at the board. Now, I'm using what shape? Triangles. How many have I used so far?
5.
I've used 5 so far. How many more do I need to complete the figure if I keep using triangles?
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so how many total triangles would that be? Yes. 12, because 7 plus 5 equals 12. That would be 12 blocks. Is that the fewest amount I could find? Okay, so let me start over. And I think I'm going to start with that shape. Okay, the what? The hexagon. Okay. So now, I know I have to use what here? A triangle. Watch this. Can I do that? Okay, what is it going to take here? 2 more triangles. Now how many blocks did I use?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do a better job that time? Yes, so I'm going to get it to where I think I've got the fewest amount of blocks, and then I'm going to color my shape, okay? So this was a triangle. These were triangles, right? Then I had a what?
Hexagon.
What's the red?
Oh,
Trapezoid, and then the yellow is my hexagon. Now, if Miss Brown is my teacher and she's looking to see how I did that, can she kind of tell what I've done here? Are my colors perfectly matched to what my pattern blocks look like? No, but can you tell the difference? Yes. Did I spend a whole lot of time coloring? No. But can you see what I did? Okay. All right. Your task today is you're going to move on to this next shape. You're going to build that picture with the fewest possible blocks. Show your solution by coloring in the pattern blocks you used, okay? So you'll do the star. When you're finished with the star, what do you do with it when you've built it with the fewest amount? We're going to do what?
Color it.
We're going to color it so that Miss Brown and I can check your work. Once you've made that one, we're going to flip to the back. And our pictures are getting a little bigger. We're going to build this with the fewest amount of pieces possible. When you've gotten those 2 finished, okay, I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to come around. We're going to see how you did. And then I'm going to give you a more challenging picture to do, okay? Does anybody have a question about what you need to do? Yes, ma'am, Sarah.
I just have a way to make it full instead of 5 days.
You did? Good job. So you'll color that so I can see it, okay? Anybody have a question about what you're supposed to do? Now, will you possibly have to ask your neighbor if you can borrow something from their desk? Yes. All right. You go ahead and get started, okay, boys and girls? And I'm going to give these back to you guys. I'm going to put them in here if you need them. You needed some more triangles, didn't you? Okay, you might have to borrow from your neighbor, okay? But we'll get you what you need. Thank you. All right. All right, now did you color this one for me? Oh, okay, so we can see how you built it. Tell me what you think.
Can we color it?
Yes. Now, how many shapes did you use? How many blocks?
7.
Show me. Is that the fewest amount possible? Okay, because we need to try to build the fewest amount. So what could you replace some of those triangles with? Let me put mine back up here. Okay. So how many is that? How many is that?
6.
Okay, so is that fewer than 7? Okay, you could do that. Yes, ma'am. Good job. All right, move on to the next one. Excellent work. All right, color it in for me. Oh, all right, now tell me how many blocks you have there.
6, 7.
7. Is there any other way to do it?
Hey, mine's done.
If there's not, and you want to go with that, you go with that, okay?
I'm done with that one.
Okay, tell me what this means, what this color is.
Purple.
Yes, it's purple. What shape did you use for that? That's what I meant to ask.
2
Okay, show me how those fit in there.
That.
Did that fit inside the picture?
No.
Okay, so what can we do differently? Let's work on this one. Work on this one down here. Let's build this one. What do you need? Okay, look, there's some in the... Thank you for using the correct vocabulary words. All right, you can go. You can color. You don't have to wait on me to color this one. When you get to the back, you can call me back over, okay? You can color one at a time like that, or you can pull it all out. Whatever you need to do it, okay?
What to do if we're done
All right, let's see. All right, good job. All right, now tell me what you need to do next. Could you turn to the back? All right, let's see if you can do that big shape. What's the fewest amount of shapes possible? Jasmine. I want you to work. Okay. All right, Jasmine, what do you got? All right, show me what you can do for this one, okay? What shapes do you think you might can try out? Okay. Good.
The next paper.
Okay, I'll be right there. Now, 1 second, Will, okay? All right, Grace.
Okay.
How many you have? Think
7.
Think that's the smallest amount? All right, color it in. All right, Will. All right, so we have... Did you try other ways?
No.
You want to try one more way just with the pattern blocks to see?
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty efficient way, I think. That's big. Keep it like that? Okay, hold that at your seat. Are you ready to move on? Did you go to the back yet? Okay, go ahead and go to the back. You're ready for this one? Okay.
I'm done.
All right, good job. All right, what can you do? Can you show me how this worked? Can you do those for me?
Jasmine, do you want to talk to him again?
Ah, all right, very good. All right, show me how this works. Show me your shapes.
Well, like the shapes or?
Well, show me how you covered that picture with your pattern blocks.
Well, I squeezed it in.
Okay, so would you have the shape completely covered?
No.
Okay, so what should you do to help with that? Okay, you show me what that might look like. Okay. So do you have to stay in the lines?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you in the lines on that one?
Yeah.
Show me where that square is in the lines.
Right there.
Okay. Move that out and let's look what's underneath there. Okay. I want you to, what shape is this red one?
The trapezoid.
Okay, can you put the trapezoid in the line so it's straightened up so we can see what to work around?
I'm done with this.
Okay, I'll be right there. Okay. All right, I've got to move it this way or this way because you've got to stay within those lines too, okay?
What? This way?
Yeah, put it in the corner for me. Awesome. Now build around that, okay? All right, buddy, let's see. Did you color it? Okay.
I colored this.
That's your next place. How many?
6.
And you could use all trapezoids, and it worked out. Interesting. All right, show me how that worked. Will you build that for me? All right, yes, ma'am, Mallory. What you got? What'd you use?
A hexagon,
Mm-hmm.
a diamond, three trapezoids, and a triangle.
Okay, very good. Can you tell me about this shape that you called a diamond?
Sorry, a rhombus.
Oh, and what makes it a rhombus?
4 equal sides
Very
and
good.
4 braces.
Very good. I mean, do you know what the difference between a diamond and a rhombus is? Do you know? Okay. This on my finger is a what? Yes, a diamond is in my ring. Okay. But when we talk about shapes, because is that shape the same shape as my diamond? No. So diamonds is just it's a rock, right? That we use it for jewelry. So when you're talking about this, I appreciate you being able to change that and know the correct vocabulary. That's really impressive. So yes, always refer to that as a rhombus. It's right there. It's pink on your name tag. So that's a good job. All right, you are ready for that one. All right, guys, are y'all ready? Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, so you are ready? All right, I want you to flip over. All right. Yes, sir. All right, let me see what you have. All right, have you flipped over? All right, you can get started with that one, Noah. All right, let's see. Have a seat. All right, sit down. Now tell me what you used here.
I need the other
Can you tell me? Okay, I'll be right there. Can you tell me? What is the shape that you colored here? It looks like that, doesn't it? What is that? You know what that is? Can you find it on your nameplate? Okay, what is that? Let me help you sound it out. Okay, what's that word? T-R-A-P. Trapezoid, very good. All right, you are ready to move on. All right, let's see what you've got. Very good. So what'd you choose?
all these rhombuses.
Very good. All right, you're ready for the back. All right, let's see, sir. All right, you ready for this one? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you are ready. And very good. Flip over for me. Okay. Reeves, are you ready? Have you colored that one yet? Okay, you can go ahead and get started. Now, can you guys give me time out for just a second?
Time out. Haley, time out.
Okay. I want you to keep something in mind. The goal is not to just cover the picture, correct? That's kind of easy, isn't it? The goal is to cover it with the fewest amount of shapes possible. Now what I did up here, do you think that was the fewest amount, or were some of you able to find something different? Sarah found something different, even a fewer amount than I made up here. Using what? She used all trapezoids to cover this, and it was how many, Sarah? 4. I used 5 shapes. So once you build something and you place your pattern blocks on your picture, count it up, see what you did, and then see if there's a different way you could do it using even less shapes. Okay? Can you do that for me? Is everybody ready to keep going? All right. Okay, let me see the back.
I didn't do it.
Okay, you're ready for that. All right, how many you have there? Okay. Do you think you could have built it a different way? What do you think you would have done differently?
I could have probably done some trapezoids and a hexagon or something.
Show me what that might look like. Oh, yeah, I see that right off. Like if you put it there, where you like even slide it that way.
No.
Make it fit. There you go. That took away a couple of shapes, didn't it? I don't want you to redo what you've done. I just wanted you to see that, okay? Good job. All right. Now, is that a square underneath that? Look underneath. Is that a square?
Oh,
What is that?
I tried.
All right, so you think we can replace it? I bet Gracie has one you could borrow.
Can I do the next paper?
Yes, sir. Let's look and see what you've done, Will.
I tried a different one of those.
You tried a different one? Were you able to succeed?
No, because I can't find anything else.
Okay, so you have how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that may be it. And then your dog. That's pretty good because you only use 2 different types of shapes there, right? All right, let me get the next one for you. All right.
I got 8.
If you need more shapes, let me know. But you may be able to just use, if you figure out what kind of pattern you're making there, you might could just use the same one over and over. Yes.
This thing is supposed to be like an average.
All right, I'll open it for you.
That line.
All right.
It's not doing it.
Yes, yes, let that baby use those crayons.
I'm so excited.
All right, Miss Brown's going to help you back. All right, let's see. All right, you are ready. You ready? I love your braids today. Those are really pretty. All right, there you go, sweetheart. Let's see. How many did you use? Do you think you could have used fewer than that? No? All right, do me a favor. Take a rhombus. Take a rhombus. Remember what a rhombus looks like? It's a rhombus. Okay? I want you to put it on top of where you did your triangles. Could you have maybe used another rhombus to cover those up? All right, very good. All right, so I'm going to let you try it on this one. It's a bigger shape. See what you can do with that, okay? All right, I need you to color that for me, okay? Nope, I think we're good. All right, there you go.
Doggy.
I got the dog. All right. You think that's it, Gracie?
I don't know.
It looks pretty good. Have you tried a different way? Do you want to before you start the color? I think that's a great idea. Yes. Oh, good job.
Oh, alright.
All right, Mr. Jackson, what you got for me?
trapezoids right here,
Uh-huh.
and hexagons and 3 triangles.
All right. I think you're pretty set there. You've already done the other side, correct?
Yes.
All right. You ready for the really tough one? All right. Here you go. All right. So tell me about the shapes that you used. What shapes did you use? Mm-hmm. Where can you find the name of that? It's that, correct? Is that the shape? All right. Could you go take that to the anchor chart and figure out what the name is? Go see if you can figure out what the name is.
I need a long trapezoid.
Trapezoid, very good. All right. Okay, tell you what.
Hi, I need a hexagon.
If you want to color them in, Jackson, as you know, like move it and make the colors there, you can do that. Or you might can go to another table and borrow a hexagon. Okay. All right, Noah. Tell me what you did, Noah. That's interesting.
So I put a trapezoid here, a hexagon here, and 2 diamonds right here, and right here I put all triangles.
Okay, so tell me what shape is a diamond?
A rhombus.
Okay, so what do we need to call it?
A rhombus.
Yes, very good. Because a diamond is a what?
Will, how many? Kindergarten word.
Possibly a kindergarten word. Yeah, but we want them. You know what we want them to do in kindergarten? We want them to call them a rhombus in kindergarten too. Okay. So a diamond like this on my ring, that's a diamond. Okay. So when we talk about shapes, we'll call it rhombus. So I'm glad you knew the real word for that. I appreciate that. All right. So you're ready? Okay. All right, guys. Mallory, are you ready? All right. Let's see what you did. All right, how many shapes did you use for that one? 11. You think there's any other way you could have done it? No. No? Okay. Let's see. All right, you're good? All right, you ready for the tough one? All right. Good, I think we're good on time. All right, guys. Boys and girls, I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 more minutes to finish the one that you're working on. Thank you. And then I'm going to ask a few of you to share, okay? And when you are asked to share, I want you to be able to tell me which shapes you used, okay?
I can't find
Thank you. Okay, that's good. You're good, Gracie. All right. That looks pretty good. You're ready for the next sheet, aren't you? Yes. All right, I think you're good, Sarah. Thank you for trying a different way. What do you need, buddy?
1 triangles. 1 triangle.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing. All right, Yasmin, how are we doing, sweetheart?
Oh, I got dough.
You finished? All right, tell me what shapes you used on this one. What shapes were those? What are the green ones?
Square.
No, let's think about it.
Triangles.
Yes, very good. And how many sides does a triangle have?
What is these? 3.
3, very good. Now tell me about this other shape you used.
Hexagon.
Hexagon, how many sides does a hexagon have?
6.
It does. Can you show me where you used that on your picture?
The hexagon?
Will you put it there for me so I can look at it? All right. Very good. All right. I want you to go ahead. I want you to try this one. We're going to finish up in a minute, and it's okay if you don't get quite finished, okay? All right. Grace, you ready? Did you already color that one in? All right. You're good to go. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
I need another paper.
Okay. Here you go, buddy. All right, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. All right, Isaiah, you're good, buddy. Thank you for working hard. Give this one so you might can work on it later if you have time. Okay, if you go ahead and get it. You might not have time to finish, but it's okay. All right, have you colored yet? Okay, you can go ahead.
I know.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of shapes, isn't it?
Can I use
All right, one more minute. Okay, thank you, Betty. We're going to share in just a second, okay?
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm curious about chips.
Sarah, in just a few minutes, can I see this sheet? I don't want to mess up what you've done there. Will you share this one for me? All right. You ready for another sheet?
I got some.
You might can work on it later too, okay? Pretty good. Okay, this is what I need everybody to do at this time. And you look like you really are enjoying this, and I bet Miss Brown will find some time in the next few days, if you guys have some downtime or maybe during a math work time, that you can, I'll leave the other sheets with her, the more challenging ones, and you can work on those, okay? So if you want, that'll be up to Miss Brown, okay? But I need everybody right now, as quietly as possible, to put the pattern blocks back in the buckets. Pattern blocks back in the buckets. And if you'll help your neighbors clean up.
So, I think I made up my mind.
Let's not throw it, let's put it in there, okay? Thank you. You've got some under your desk, Isaiah. Now you've got some under your desk, okay? Bill, you need some help? Okay. Thank you for helping. All right, and I also need your crayons put away. Do you want to keep it?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, here you go, buddy. Put those in there for me.
6 including
Thank you. Yes. Okay. I'm going to call on a few of you to come up. So I need everybody to be looking this way. Reese, will you have a seat for me, please? All right. Sarah, will you come up? I need everybody to find your sheet that has this picture on it. It was on the first page. Now somebody I heard the word diamond again. I've heard the word diamond a few times. Let's talk about it. And okay, I've heard diamond a few times while you were working, but those students who said diamond quickly said, that's a rhombus. They were able to correct that. Okay, so what shape is this picture?
Rhombus.
Okay, what makes it a rhombus? Sarah, can you tell us what makes it a rhombus? The big picture.
It's like a diamond.
What makes it a rhombus? Do you know? Pull it down just a little bit. Who can tell us what makes this picture a rhombus? Jackson?
Kind of like a square, but like...
How is it like a square? Yasmin, listen.
A square, it has 4 sides as well, and if you just turn it over a little bit, it will look like a rhombus.
Okay, so a square has 4 sides and a rhombus has 4 sides. And sometimes when we take what looks like a regular square, Yasmin, and we turn it sideways or tilt it, right? We turn it, it kind of looks like a rhombus, but is it a rhombus or still a square?
A square.
Still a square, but a square is a type of... Okay. Okay. All right, so let's look at what Sarah did here. Sarah, what shape did you use to cover this picture?
Rhombuses.
Okay, she used rhombuses. So how many rhombuses did it take?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Did anybody have a fewer amount that they were able to make? Because 6 is a pretty good number, I think, right? Did someone do it a different way? Will, did you have less than 6 for that shape?
I had 6.
You had 6. Did anybody have less than 6? How many did you have?
5.
You had 5. All right, let's bring your paper up here. Thank you, Sarah. Let's leave it for right now. I'll give it back to you in a second, okay? All right, let's see what you did. Let's put them side by side. All right, and tell me your name again.
Josiah.
Okay, Josiah. Josiah used 5. Show us what shapes, or tell us about the shapes you used in your picture.
I used 5 rhombuses.
Okay, so 5 rhombuses. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I used 2 triangles.
2 triangles.
And 1 hexagon.
And 1 hexagon. So that's 5
7.
and 2 triangles is how many?
7.
7. And then a hexagon would make how many?
8.
8. Okay. 8. So Sarah had 6. Can anybody do fewer than 6? All right. All right. Very good. Thank you very much. All right. Now I would like to see, let's see. Will you come up and share
Wait, I don't know.
this one? All right. Look at your sheet that has the picture that looks like a dog. Did you think that was a dog? Okay. All right, so Will, and some of you may not have been able to have time to do that yet, but maybe you'll get to do that later. All right, Will, tell us how you covered your shape with the fewest possible blocks. Okay, and will you kind of stand there and kind of turn and talk to them too?
I used 2 hexagons and 7 rhombuses.
Mm-hmm.
So in all I had 9.
Okay.
And so I had one right here, and yeah, so I had 9.
9. Okay. Was anybody able to build it with less than 9? How many do you have? 9. Okay. How many do you have?
6.
Keep counting. 10. Okay. All right. Now, Will, when you were building this, did you try to figure out a different way? Okay. What do you remember what you were trying to figure out there?
No, I don't, but I did remember that I tried to do something else.
Okay. So would it have made a difference if he had used different shapes?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. If he used triangles instead of these rhombuses, what would that have done to his numbers?
Made it bigger.
Okay, bigger. Because how many triangles make up the rhombus?
2.
2.
I
Okay.
heard Jackson say a good word
What'd you say, Jackson?
about the triangles. Wasn't it you? It said double. It would double.
Yeah, so if you double, we have to double all the triangles to make the rhombuses, right? Okay, good job, Will. Thank you very much. All right, you can go have a seat. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for working so hard today. And I'm going to